But the Torah, nobody ever found one mistake. And if somebody come and say to you, I found a mistake in the Torah, that means he has no idea what he's talking about. Why? You bring him to me, I'll show you that it's not a mistake. I get a lot of emails. People claim they found a mistake. But right away when I answer, they back up one after the other. Because it's misunderstanding. Most of the questions that people have is because they don't understand the oral Torah. They don't understand that Judaism is mainly the oral Torah. 99% of Judaism is Torah shebe'al peh. Now I know none of you here is a rabbi, and maybe you did not go to the best yeshivot in the world, because Torah shebe'al peh is a very complicated issue to talk about. But briefly, give me 2-3 minutes to explain to you what Torah shebe'al peh is. When Hashem gave us the Torah in front of millions of witnesses heard Moshe and Hashem speaking. How do I know 1,000% that it happened? Maybe somebody made it up. Who can tell me here? How do I know 1,000%? I put all my life, all my money on it, with no hesitation. How do I know?
There were millions of witnesses.
Yeah, but how do I know? Maybe somebody made it up. Maybe this event starts, somebody planted it, like making up a novel, a book, and say that there used to be a story with millions of witnesses, and there was a person named Moshe. Maybe there was no Moshe. Maybe there was nothing, no Egypt, nothing. Maybe somebody made it up. I'm asking, how do I know I'm not wasting my life? Maybe I should join you in Manhattan in the clubs on Friday night. Not you, somebody else. No, how do I know? Instead of making kiddush and sitting home learning Torah, maybe I should go and jump on a stage somewhere. No? How do I know? See, nobody knows. The most important things in life, nobody knows. That's why it's hard to be religious. You're not even sure if you're in the right way, of course. I'm looking for very strong evidence. Okay, let's save time. When you come to a large group of people like here tonight, a lot of, Baruch Hashem, young boys here. So when I come to a bunch of people in their 20s, 18, and I tell them I want each, now let's assume that all of us are secular, atheists, we don't know any God, we don't know any book. One person appears, knock on the door, comes in, and he has a book in his hand. And he comes to each one of you and says, I want you to follow this book, I'm your prophet. God made me the leader. All of you have to listen to me and follow the instructions of this book. So all of you will ask me, what's in this book? So I tell you, Shabbat, Tefillin, kosher, relationship, marriage. I started to give you a list of the things. Right away, are you happy or you upset? Upset. Be honest, upset, right? Every normal person would be upset. Why? Up to now, I was free to do whatever I want. Now this guy is a pin in the neck. He just showed up and wants to destroy my life. Tell me what to do, what not to do, when to do. I lost my freedom. That's how people think when it comes to religion, no? So what would you do? Would you cooperate with me and give me easy life? Or you'll do everything you can to find one mistake in my book to prove that it's not divine? What would happen when you prove me wrong? When you find one human error in my book, you would know I'm a liar. And God never gave me the book. That's all you have to do. Find one mistake in a large book. 304,805 letters. It's not a joke. It's a thick book, the Torah. All you have to do is find one mistake. And what would happen after that mistake? You would throw all the tomatoes on my head and kick me out of here and you get rid of me. And then you can go back to do whatever you want. Fair deal or no? Okay, now, when they open up the Torah, there is 100 miracles described in the Torah that happened to them in the last year. The Torah remember, this is something you don't have in any other of the 80,000 religions and cults. Try to focus another 15-20 minutes. Shh. The Torah, listen good, the Torah refers directly to the receivers of the Torah. You don't have it in any other religion. When Christians started the religion, the people who received it, they were not a part of the book. No one spoke about the first Christians in their book. In the New Testament, they speak about JC and some other stuff. But no one include the nation who's supposed to receive it in the book. Muslims. One day Muhammad come, and he gives them a book. The Muslim, the Arabs of that generation are not included in Islam. They're not an integral part of the book. They're not the actors in a movie. Why it's important? When you come to me and give me a book, and half of the book is about me and him and my father and my sister and all of us, now I can prove or disprove the book by knowing what happened to me or not. If you tell me that a month ago you made me a miracle and I was able to fly from a building and land safely, and that's what the book say. Now I know if it happened or not. If it really happened, now I say it's right. It happened to me. I was able to fly. If it say that it happened to me and it never happened to me, that's the end of the book. I would say, excuse me, you're not normal. You took something. You're not normal. Well, when did I fly? What is this nonsense? Now on top of it, forget about 1 or 2 miracles. I open up a book and I read about me that I had 100 miracles in the last 12 months. The ocean split, bread is falling from heaven, 10 plagues in Egypt, there's a whale who walks with us and gives us water. A lot of things happen. Moshe picks up his hand, the Amalekim dying, all kinds of unbelievable things. If one of the miracles did not happen, what would happen to Moshe after 10 minutes? You would never know there was a Moshe. They'll bury him alive. I tell you why. In the book it says that all of you heard me and God speaking. All of you heard us. Would I be stupid to write in a book that I'm coming to fake you and to fool you? That God spoke to me and all of you heard, knowing I'm lying to you? Would I write such a thing in a book? If I write in a book that all of you heard me speaking to God, that means I know you heard me. If one of you did not hear me, I would not write in the Torah, all of you heard God and me speaking. So far fair or no?
You can't prove it.
Wait, no, follow what I said. Somebody came one day and gave this nation of Israel in their beginning a book that claimed that they were in Egypt, they were slaves, and God took them out and made all these miracles to them. If it did not happen, anyone would agree to accept the book and start changing their entire life and create a complicated religion like the Jewish religion is? How many millions of people would agree to be stupid when a person come and tell them that 100 miracles happened to them and in reality not even one happened? They would tell him right away, excuse me, leave us alone. Especially when many of them have to get divorced because their marriage were not legal according to the Torah. And they love each other and now they have to get divorced. For instance, someone was married to his aunt, his father's sister, that she's younger than him, but she's his aunt. Up to now was kosher. From now on, not allowed. You cannot touch her. Ervat dodatcha lo tegale, dodatcha hi. So thousands have to get divorced. These thousands, Moshe, that brought them the book, is their biggest enemy. If they won't destroy him now, he destroyed them. It's who destroyed who first. If we let him continue with his religion, all of us has to leave our wives and our children. How come nobody made a beep? How come everyone agreed to accept it? The answer is very simple. When they read in the Torah, all of you heard me and God speaking, they knew it's true. They heard the voice of God. There is no way in a history that millions of people would agree to accept such a book, reading about themselves in the entire book, if one detail was not correct. If I gave you a book today and I say that I took you out of Saudi Arabia and I brought you here to Brooklyn, and you know you've never been there, how many more minutes you would let me talk? Who would even read one page of my book after you saw the first mistake, that you all came from Saudi Arabia? If the next mistake is that you were in Saudi Arabia in jail and I released all of you in a minute, and all the Arabs came to fight against you and I went like this and they all fell and froze, and you read all these fairy tales and you say to yourself, this guy is really came from Hollywood. He's want to make it, it's a movie, it's a joke. You would never comply with me to agree to become religious. Makes sense or no?